I still remember the day my entire life changed. It was the day every young summoner in the kingdom had been waiting for since childhood. The annual summoning ceremony had finally arrived, and the entire Royal Academy was packed with students, nobles, teachers, and even important guests from powerful families. In this world, a person's future was decided the moment they summoned their first beast. Every beast was ranked by color. Black was common, brown was uncommon, green was rare, blue was elite, purple was epic, red was legendary, gold was mythical, white gold was divine, and rainbow was ancient god, a rank so rare that most people believed it only existed in legends. As I stood among the crowd, I watched student after student walk onto the summoning platform. Bright lights flashed across the arena as powerful creatures appeared one after another. Some summoned giant wolves, others summoned armored bears and giant eagles. The atmosphere was filled with excitement, and for a moment I couldn't stop imagining what kind of beast I would summon. Then the crowd suddenly became louder than before. The prince had arrived. Everyone immediately moved aside to make way for him. Dressed in royal armor and surrounded by guards, he walked toward the summoning platform with complete confidence. One of the instructors raised his voice. "His Highness will now perform his summoning." The entire arena became silent. The prince placed his hand on the summoning crystal. A massive red magic circle appeared beneath his feet. The ground began to shake. A deafening roar echoed across the academy. Then a gigantic dragon emerged from the summoning portal. Its scales were crimson red. Its claws looked sharp enough to tear apart steel. Its enormous wings covered the sky above the arena. The crowd exploded with excitement. A red tyrant dragon. Incredible. A legendary ranked beast. The prince is truly a genius. Even I couldn't take my eyes off it. The creature looked powerful enough to destroy an army by itself. At that moment, I thought nobody could possibly summon anything more impressive. Then another commotion spread through the crowd. A beautiful, silver-haired girl stepped forward. Her name was Elena. She was the daughter of one of the most powerful duke families in the kingdom and one of the academy's most admired students. Many people believed she would one day stand beside the prince as one of the kingdom's greatest summoners. Elena calmly walked toward the platform and activated the summoning crystal. Golden light exploded across the arena. A majestic beast slowly appeared. 9 golden tails swayed behind it as it landed gracefully beside her. The crowd immediately recognized it. A golden 9-tailed fox. A mythical ranked beast. Unbelievable. The teachers couldn't hide their excitement. For the second time that day, the arena erupted into cheers. As everyone admired the prince and Elena, I quietly looked at my own hands. I wasn't interested in noble titles or royal status. I only wanted a chance to prove myself. I wanted a powerful beast. I wanted strength. And most importantly, I wanted a future. Eventually, my name was called. Kai. My heart started racing. This was my moment. I slowly walked toward the platform while thousands of eyes followed me. Taking a deep breath, I placed my hand on the summoning crystal. The magic circle beneath me began to glow. Light filled the arena. Then a small creature appeared. A tiny black chick. The entire arena became silent. For a few seconds, nobody said anything. Then laughter erupted from every direction. "Ha ha! What is that? Did he summon a chicken? That thing can't even fight a rabbit. My pet is stronger than that." I stood frozen as the tiny creature looked around in confusion. One of the teachers immediately checked its information. His expression changed. Then he announced it to everyone. Black coloration. Common rank. The crowd laughed even harder. The academy that had been cheering only moments ago now looked at me like I was a joke. One noble student pointed at my beast and laughed. "My servant's pet rat is stronger than that thing." Another student joined in. "If I summoned that creature, I'd never show my face again." Their words felt like knives, but I remained silent. There was no point arguing with them. At that moment, even I couldn't deny how pathetic my beast looked. The tiny black phoenix stood beside me and barely reached my ankle. It didn't look powerful. It didn't look special. It looked weak. After the ceremony ended, I quietly moved away from the crowd and checked my beast's status. Name, unknown Phoenix level 1. I stared at the screen in disbelief. No skills. No special abilities. Nothing. Even I started wondering if my future had already ended before it began. Then I noticed something strange. At the bottom of the status screen was a section I had never seen before. Evolution. The option was locked. I blinked several times to make sure I wasn't imagining it. Nobody had ever mentioned beasts having an evolution tab. I looked around at the other students. None of them seemed to have anything similar. Before I could think further, a familiar voice interrupted me. A noble student named Victor approached with several followers behind him. Unlike me, Victor had summoned a massive wolf. The beast looked powerful and intimidating. Its muscles bulged beneath its fur, and its sharp fangs were fully exposed. Victor smirked as he looked down at my phoenix. So, this is the famous beast everyone is laughing about. His followers burst into laughter. Victor's wolf stepped forward and growled. My little phoenix immediately hid behind my leg. The crowd nearby started laughing again. Victor crossed his arms. Relax. My wolf won't eat your pet. More laughter followed. I clenched my fists but refused to respond. Eventually, Victor lost interest and walked away. For the rest of the day, nobody spoke to me. No friends. No supporters. Not even the teachers paid attention to me anymore. The same people who had dreamed of becoming heroes now treated me like I didn't exist. As the sun began to set, I left the academy and returned home alone. My mind replayed every insult again and again. Common rank. F-rank talent. Worthless. Failure. Maybe they were right. Maybe my future really was hopeless. That night, I sat quietly in my room while the tiny black phoenix rested on my bed. The room was completely silent. Then something unexpected happened. A small black flame suddenly appeared around the phoenix. The temperature in the room instantly changed. I slowly stood up. The phoenix opened its eyes. The black flames became stronger. For some reason, I couldn't move. Then a voice suddenly echoed inside my mind. Master. My eyes widened. I looked around the room. Nobody was there. The voice came again. This time it was clearer. Master. I stared directly at the tiny black phoenix. The creature looked back at me. Then it spoke once more. Feed me monster cores. At that moment, I realized my so-called worthless beast was hiding a secret that nobody in the kingdom could imagine. For a few seconds, I simply stared at the tiny black phoenix sitting on my bed. My mind was completely blank. A beast had just spoken to me. Not through sound, not through magic, directly into my mind. The little phoenix looked up at me and repeated itself. Master, feed me monster cores. I swallowed hard. You're talking? The phoenix tilted its head. Of course. My heart nearly stopped. I had never heard of a beast that could communicate with its summoner. Even the prince's legendary red tyrant dragon couldn't do that. The little bird jumped onto my shoulder. You wish to become strong? I nodded. Then hunt monsters. The phoenix's eyes glowed faintly. Feed me their cores. The next morning, I secretly left the city and headed toward the beginner forest. Most academy students trained there because the monsters were weak. Normally, creatures inside the forest ranged from level 1 to level 10. As I entered the forest, I noticed a horned rabbit chewing grass near a tree. The creature immediately noticed me, its red eyes locked onto mine. I quickly checked its status. Level 3 rank, common attack 5 defense, 8 skill, horn charge. I looked down at my phoenix. Level 1 rank, common attack 12, defense 10. Skills none. The rabbit was actually stronger. Before I could react, the rabbit charged toward me. Watch out, I shouted. The little phoenix suddenly opened its beak. A tiny black flame shot forward. Boom. The rabbit was instantly blown backward. I froze. The rabbit didn't even get close. A moment later, a notification appeared. Enemy diff gained, Phoenix level up, level 1, level 2. Attack increased. I couldn't believe it. One monster, one level. Most summoners needed dozens of battles for that. The phoenix calmly walked toward the rabbit's body. Then it swallowed the monster core. A black glow surrounded its body. More. That was all it said. For the next several hours, we hunted nonstop. Every monster we found became experience. Every monster core disappeared into the phoenix's stomach. Before sunset, another notification appeared. Level 5, rank, common attack, 38. Defense, 30. New skill unlocked, black flame shot. I stared at the status screen in shock. This growth speed was impossible. Even talented students couldn't level that fast. Suddenly, a loud growl echoed through the forest. The ground trembled. Trees shook violently. Something huge was approaching. A giant iron fang wolf emerged from the bushes. The monster was at least 3 times larger than Victor's wolf. Sharp, steel-colored fangs protruded from its mouth. Its eyes glowed with killing intent. I immediately checked its status. Iron Fang Wolf. Level 12, rank, rare attack, 80, defense, 60, skill, savage bite. My face turned pale. A level 12 rare monster. We were nowhere near that level. The wolf lunged forward. I instinctively stepped back. The phoenix moved in front of me. For the first time since I summoned it, I sensed excitement in its eyes. Master. What? Watch carefully. Black flames exploded around its body. The forest temperature instantly increased. The wolf charged. The phoenix fired dozens of black fireballs. Boom! 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 The battlefield shook. The wolf howled in pain. Moments later, the giant beast crashed into the ground. Dead. I stood there completely speechless. A flood of notifications appeared. Massive experience acquired. Level up. Level 10, rank common, attack 95, defense 80. The black flames around the phoenix suddenly intensified. A strange cocoon of fire wrapped around its body. The evolution tab I had seen before suddenly unlocked. My heart began racing. Words appeared before my eyes. Beginning evolution. The cocoon cracked. A powerful wave of heat exploded outward. Standing before me now was a larger bird covered in dark ash-colored feathers. Its wingspan had doubled. A new status window appeared. Level 10 rank, rare, attack 150, defense 120, skills, black flame shot, ash explosion. Not only that, its rank had jumped from common to rare. At that moment I finally understood why it possessed an evolution tab. This phoenix wasn't weak. It was growing. And if it could become this strong after only one day, then what would it become in a month? As I stared at my newly evolved companion, a terrifying roar suddenly echoed from deeper within the forest. Whatever made that sound was far stronger than the Iron Fang Wolf. The Ash Phoenix slowly turned toward the darkness. Then it spoke. Master, a stronger meal has arrived.